Boxing Voice.
BoxingVoice.com. We're here with Tom Loeffler, K2. 2 rounds. I mean, what else do you want from this guy?
Can you say? You know, Rubio is a tough guy. He won 12 rounds with Chavez, one of the top guys in the middleweight division, the top middleweight from Mexico. And, you know, there's nobody that can, with that type of performance, there's nobody at middleweight that can go 12 rounds with Gotti. So now he has 18 knockouts in a row, and I don't see that streak stopping anytime soon.
How were you receptive? I mean, how do you think the crowd was receptive? I mean, he kind of owns LA right now.
I mean, there was a lot of excitement when we brought him here to LA. When we announced the fight, especially against Rubio, and with the terrific undercard with Donaire and Walters, it was a fantastic night. It was a great energy in the arena. We had 1,000 people more than was ever here before in this arena, and that's really what Gennady is doing. He's bringing new fans to the sport of boxing, and that's what boxing needs, and that's what's going to make a fight against someone like Chavez. You can imagine if you sold this many tickets against Rubio, if you do a fight with Chavez, that'll sell out the big arenas, and that will do phenomenal numbers on pay-per-view, or Cotto, or Canelo, and the list keeps going. You know,
he's graduated from MSG Theater. He's obviously graduated from here.
There's not a lot of fighters that can fight at the big arena at MSG. You then sell at an arena like this. I mean, and that's only in 3 months.
Now, I'm not saying anything, but they love him out here. Does he leave LA now?
Well, he would leave LA. If there's a Cotto fight at MSG, that would be a huge event. If there's a Denny Jacobs fight out there, that would be a big event. If there's, you know, Peter Quillen, if he ever decided to get in the ring with Gennady, that would be a big event in New York. Otherwise, you know, the reception that he's gotten over here on the West Coast, it's phenomenal.
Was that a whole Triple G speaking Spanish? Did he plan that?
Well, he learned Spanish from Abel Sanchez, so that's his 5th language is Spanish, what he's working on. But he understands marketing, and he's one of the easiest guys to work with when you set up interviews, when he interacts with the fans, and I think that's what the media and the fans all appreciate.
So if you could have a fight with him that's not at MSG, that's not in the East Coast, obviously people want to see him here. Staples, the Forum, who do you want from here?
Again, any of the names that we've said, you know, whether it's Cotto, who's a WBC middleweight champion, that'd be a great unification fight. Canelo would be a phenomenal fight, a huge pay-per-view fight, and Chavez would be a huge pay-per-view fight. When there was just rumors, when I was talking to Bob about making the Chavez fight in the summertime, I mean, the response was I've never felt that type of energy for a fight. I mean, we couldn't finalize that deal, but hopefully next year we can get one of those guys in the ring.
So you'd wait for a Cotto Canelo winner and then see who wins after that?
Well, that was a part of the strategy, is that Rubio was the interim champion
for Cotto
for the WBC. So he's the mandatory. The winner of Cotto Canelo has to fight Gennady as his mandatory, or vacate the title. I mean, we can't force people to fight. People have vacated titles before instead of fighting Gennady. So, you know, you can't force someone to fight. That's why we give Rubio a lot of credit, because he was one of the few that accepted the challenge to get in the ring with Gennady.
Now, do you think because you sold all these tickets and because you're probably going to do a good number on HBO, that you don't have to move up to fight at 168, that, you know, people got to come to Gennady?
He doesn't have to, but he would fight Chavez at 168. He'd fight Froch at 168. I mean, Froch sells, you know, soccer stadiums over in the UK. So Gennady would go to the UK. I've told Eddie that. He would go to the UK and fight Froch over there at 168. So there's really no excuse why that fight couldn't be made. That would be a tremendous fight over in the UK.
Success tonight.
Thank you.
The Boxing Voice.